Yeah, great. I mean, it's always nice to transition into playing some real football, getting to move around. We've been doing like drills and stuff throughout the winter, but it's been a lot. It was a lot of fun getting out there and being able to just move around, go against the defense, and go against our guys too, and run some plays as an offense, as a collective, and feels really good, really smooth. And I think we got obviously a lot of work to do, but I feel really good at how we started today.
Last year you had Mustapher and Bars as captains and leaders along the offensive line. Now those guys are gone. Coach named you as one of the guys yesterday, as one of the guys that have stepped up leadership-wise along the line. Just how has that transition been for you, kind of assuming that leadership role?
I think it's really exciting. I mean, I came in here early, and I got that whole year with Mike McGlinchey and Quentin Nelson, Hunter Bivin, and guys that taught me how to be a Notre Dame man and how to live my life and run the program and just follow in their footsteps. And they left, and Sam and Bars stepped up because they learned from them as well. And I continue to learn from Sam and Alex throughout my whole last year, and they taught me a ton. They were great leaders, and I do everything I can to emulate them and lead the way I know how to, as I've been in leadership roles before on other teams, but taking what I've learned from them and their strategies and the style that they play and the character that they have, the kind of men they are, and trying to emulate that as much as I can.
This is the first time we've gotten to talk to you guys since the Cotton Bowl. Just coming off of that, what are your overall impressions of that, and also, as far as going forward, what goals do you have for yourself coming off an undefeated season and a spot in the playoff?
Yeah. Well, obviously it was disappointing the way that game went and not what we wanted to happen, but that's what happened, and we understood that, and we went back and looked at it and realized our mistakes. And as far as goals now, our goals is to repeat what we did last year and win all our games and all our regular season games, and then move on to the playoff and continue going. We obviously know that doesn't happen today. We're not going to win all those games today. Today, all we had to focus on was our practice and doing the best we can. And we'll have a little break tomorrow, but come back Monday and we'll focus on lifting as hard as we can and meeting and understanding what we did wrong from today to fix on Tuesday. So the way I see it is, it's a day-by-day kind of thing, and you're trying to come in and be the same guy and the same team every day and just continue to grow. And if we do that, we have a great staff, great coaches. Everyone knows what they're doing and knows what they need from us. And if everyone comes in and does their job every day with 100%, then we'll be able to continue to grow until we get to that regular season.
Robert, how would you evaluate your performance individually in 2018 compared to 2017? Where did you get better physically, mentally, emotionally?
I think obviously I was a little more experienced. Wasn't my first time playing, so I kind of knew what to expect. I think I had a few more ups and downs, and something I've been trying to correct is trying to keep myself steady and being like I said, the same guy every day, and just trying to improve on all the little things that I need to improve on, whether it be the smallest techniques or large schemes of plays, just always knowing my role and being able to execute to the best of my ability.
Technically, where did you get better? Specifically, how did you get better as an offensive tackle?
I think experience helped a lot, just knowing what to expect. I wasn't super bright-eyed, bushy-tailed like I was my freshman year, and I kind of was able to relax a little bit and play more. I think at the same time, though, I need to find that happy medium where I'm not too relaxed and I can just specifically work on all my technique, pass and run, and keep my hands inside, elbows in, head back, and all that kind of stuff. Just the little things that are what get you through every play and allows you to dominate your opponent, because that's what's really important for me, is sticking true to my technique that I've learned over the years, and that's what will help me the most be the best offensive lineman I can be.
Robert, I know it's just one practice, but what are your impressions of Jarrett at center, and what was he like maybe during winter workouts?
Jarrett's an outstanding young player, and we saw that last season, him playing left tackle. He really stepped up in that backup position, got to play in some games, which a lot of guys don't get to do their freshman year, and I think he saw that his technique was very advanced for when he came in. So he was able to ride that and keep improving it too, taking all the coaching we can. And I think the reason he was moved to center is because of how competent he is and how advanced his football IQ is. He understands our offense well, and he's able to run it. And even though he's at tackle, he learned from Sam, who was the best center in college football last year, and he was always on, being able to watch him, even though that wasn't his position, just picking up things, because everyone learns things from each other, whether it's your position or not. And so I think that was extremely beneficial for him to be able to come in this year and play that center role while some of our guys are down. So I think he did very well, and he'll continue to progress and keep getting better.
You mentioned Sam. Was it surprising to you that he didn't get a combine invite?
Yeah, it was.
To him, or what does that say about the business that it can happen that way?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. You got to control what you can control, and that's what Sam does, and that's what he taught me is that no matter what, when Sam gets his opportunity, he's going to shine, and he has great film, and he's a great player, great leader, and one of the highest characters, if not the highest character guy I know, and I can't wait for him to get back and compete at Pro Day so everyone can see what he's all about because he's a special player, and I think he's going to have a special career.
Robert, so many times when you think of a right tackle, people have this image like a Michael Buncher, 320 pounds, a road grader, and all. What's enabled you to be so effective at that position without having, that classic maybe 6'7" or length, or is it the technique aspect that you take most pride in?
Yeah, I think technique would be the biggest thing ever since even in high school. I mean, I was big, but I wasn't like the biggest. There's obviously bigger guys as there is now, and there's go against guys, like, especially my freshman year when I went against guys a lot bigger and stronger than me. I mean, I remember like NC State going against like Bradley Chubb, who was whatever pick in the draft, really high, and like what saved me in those games and in every game now is my technique and getting my leverage, getting my hands inside, being able to control my blocks because yeah, it's different not being like massive. I have more than enough size to compete and dominate. It's just I have to be as technical as possible. And I think no matter what, if I was even a lot bigger and was able to use my size more to my advantage, I don't think I should ever let my technique suffer because that'll make you that much better is having that specific techniques that you work on and that you take pride in and always doing that to the best of your ability. That's my pride as an offensive lineman is doing that to the best of my ability and it allowing me to dominate blocks and take over blocks.
Is there any lineman that you try to emulate? Zach Martin was kind of like that too. He
Yeah.
moved inside the guard. But was there anyone you grew up watching and saying that's the way that I want to do it?
Zach's a big one. Ever since I've got here, I remember Mike showing me film of Zach from 2011 and 12 and watching him and like Chris Watt do B blocks or watching Zach do pass pro against guys way bigger than him and longer than him and just how smooth he was and how efficient he was with his movements and his techniques. I mean, same thing with Mike. Mike's bigger than me, but the way he plays, I try to emulate a lot because he still has some of the best technique that I was able to work with. And no matter what, like I said, no matter what your size is, your technique can't slip based on that. It has to be as best as you can make it no matter what.
Robert, there's a lot of times a freshman offensive lineman comes in, there's an expectation they're just automatically going to redshirt. It just didn't happen in your case, and I'm wondering what was your mentality as an early enrollee that maybe helped that, and also what do you say to this big glob of offensive linemen, early enrollees, as far as their mindset?
Well, for me, I think first of all, I came in a great position. There's lines shifted around. Some guys graduated and left, and there was kind of an opening at the right tackle spot that I was able to compete for. And really, for me, is something I always took pride in was my work ethic and how hard I was going to work and not to let anyone beat me. So obviously when I came in, that was my goal, was to learn and take in as much as possible from Mike, Hugh, Sam, Bars, and Coach Heastand, who obviously taught me so much in that year that I was with him and gave me that opportunity, and I'm very thankful for that because I feel like it gave me the chance to obviously play a lot and understand what college football is and what it's like. And with him gone and me being able to step into a leadership role a little bit last year, not so much, but mostly this year, I really understand what needs to be done. So to tell those young guys, like, the biggest thing for them is their effort has to be as high as it can be, and they have to finish every block and do every little thing right because anything, you're young and you're just getting the hang of it, and you're not to the point yet where every little mistake is going to hurt you a lot more than it can hurt others. So to really just focus on your technique and finish every block you can to the best of your ability and don't let anyone outwork you is the biggest thing.
Where is Aaron Banks in his development after getting that kind of playing time last year, and what do you tell him about maximizing this year?
Yeah, so me and Banks came in at the same time, and we've been working together ever since. And I think he got his shot last year, unfortunately after Alex went down, but he stepped up and he took advantage of that opportunity like I knew he would because he's been waiting and he's been learning, and And Banks knows he's not perfect, as all of us do, and that we all have a lot to work on. And Banks understands that too. He's just keep that great attitude coming into work every day. And he's also done a very good job helping the young guys, even though he hasn't played as much as some of the other guys. He understands, because of how long he's been here, is the same amount of time as me. He understands what it takes to be good and what it takes to get to that next level. So he does a great job of that, but also understands that his own development is moving along, and that he'll have to keep at that, just like we all do.
What have you seen from Ian Book in his first offseason as, you know, the guy, the clear-cut starter?
I mean, Book's been a tremendous leader, and I told him that. I told him, you're the quarterback, and everyone's going to listen to you. Your voice echoes loudly within our locker room and within this building, and when you say things, ears are going to perk up, and people are going to listen because of who you are and the way you run this team. And he's one of my good friends, and I'm really proud of the way he handled everything and the way he's been handling his leadership role now. And I'm excited to see what he does with that, because he's one of the best leaders and one of the best quarterbacks I've seen. And I like the way that he runs our team and runs our offense. It's very smooth, and he does a great job with what he's been given.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Ian's up next.